Don't use the law of assumption until you watch this whole video, because I'm reading the biggest chapter and the most important chapter in Neville's books. Chapter 21 in The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. If you want to change your future, deny the evidence of the senses and assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Inasmuch as your assumption is creative and forms an atmosphere, your assumption, if it be a noble one, increases your assurance and helps you to reach a higher level of being. If, on other hand, your assumption be an unlovely one, it hinders you and makes you downward way swifter, just as the lovely assumptions create a harmonious atmosphere, so the hard and bitter feelings create a hard and bitter atmosphere. Whatsoever things are pure, just, lovely, of good report, think on these things. Because remember, the world is just a mirror. This is a mirror. We are experiencing 3D reality as a reflection of who we are. This is the second principle in the Hermetic principles. This is it, as within, so without, as above, so below. So, if you think that the outer world will change by attacking it, you are mistaken. You gotta change internally first. Then the outer world will reflect that back to you, just as a mirror. When you smile at it, it smiles back. If you are frowning at it all the time, don't expect it to smile back at you. You have to smile first, and only think things of good report, of happy endings, of things that are making you feeling good. Don't entertain a bad thought, because once you bring in the thought and feeling together on something, it will appear in your life. So only focus on the good, not the bad. Observe the bad if something bad happens or you judge it as being bad, but don't react. Reacting is just like pressing a like button on a video. More of it will come back to you. This means to make your assumptions the highest, noblest, happiest concepts. There is no better time to start than now. Start today. Start now, in this very moment. Assume that you are the person you want to be. The present moment is always the most opportune in which to eliminate all unlovely assumptions and to concentrate only on the good, as well as yourself. Claim for others their divine inheritance. See only their good and the good in them. Stir the highest in others to confidence and self-assertion by your sincere assumption of their good, and you will be their prophet and their healer. For an inevitable fulfillment awaits all sustained assumptions. So only see others lovingly. Don't imagine things to harm anyone else. If you have a bad coworker at work, all you have to do is go within, imagine them being friendly with you, and watch the magic happens. This actually was one of the testimonials in Neville's books. One lady came to him and she said that there was a co-worker that she didn't stand, she didn't like. He was mean and rude and whatnot. All he told her is, when you are going to work, imagine that he is lovingly to you. He is lovely. He's doing things of good report. He is being friendly and whatnot. Be in the state that he is what you want him to be. He is good, he's friendly, he's not rude, he's perfect. And in 1 week, I guess, or less than that, he transformed. He became someone else that is so lovely to be around. So do the same. See other people lovingly. See them good, and they will reflect that back to you. You win by assumption what you can never win by force. An assumption is a certain motion of consciousness. This motion, like all motion, exercises an influence on the surrounding substance, causing it to take the shape of, echo, and reflect the assumption. A change of fortune is a new direction, an outlook, merely a change in arrangement of the same mind substance, consciousness. Remember, there is only one consciousness. You are shaping your mind, rearranging it to become a magnetized steel to attract all the things that you desire. If you would change your life, you must begin at the very source with your own basic concept of self. Outer change, becoming part of organizations, political bodies, religious bodies is not enough. The cause goes deeper. The essential change must take place in yourself, in your own concept of self. You must assume that you are what you want to be and continue therein. For the reality of your assumption has its being in complete independence of objective fact, and will clothe itself in flesh if you persist in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. All you have to do is perseverance. You have to be perseverant. You have to persist in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Be therein all the time. Be in the feeling of the wish fulfilled throughout your day, before you go to bed, after you wake up. Embody that state and watch the magic happens. When you know that assumptions, if persisted in, harden into facts, then events which seem to the uninitiated mere accidents will be understood by you to be the logical and inevitable effects of your assumptions. To the uninitiated people, they will look and say, there is a sequence of events that happened that led you to be in the place that you are in. But you know what is the real cause. It was your assumption. You assume things to be true. There is a sequence of events that happened that led you to that thing. The most important thing to bear in mind is that you have infinite free will in choosing your assumptions. But, and there is a but, no power to determine conditions and events. So you basically know the end of the movie, but you don't know what will happen between the beginning and the end of the movie. There is a sequence of events. Some action will be happening. So you know the end. You are spoiled and you know the end. But you don't know what will happen that will lead you to that end. So get ready, because magical things will happen into your life. You can't create nothing, but your assumption determines what portion of creation you will experience. So you can assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and you will be there. You will become that person. You will become that guy that you want to be. You will become that girl that you want to be. But there is a thing. You don't know what will happen between your assumption and its fulfillment. But all you have to do is give it to yourself in the present moment. Go within, go with the inner man, and experience all the things you want to experience. For example, the ladder experiment. You were climbing a ladder. You were climbing it. You were experiencing climbing the ladder. You were not just imagining that you will climb it in the future. You were climbing it. You're taking your left imaginary hand and your right imaginary hand and you go up and down. You were experiencing that in the present moment. This is the key. You are not pushing it into the future. You are experiencing it now, but you don't know what will happen that will aid you to experience that in the 3D hologram. Maybe someone else will tell you, like, hand me that bucket of paint, just like Elmer O'Locker Jr. He did that, right? A lot of people did a lot of things. This is the sequence of events that will happen, but it doesn't matter. You experienced the end, so the end will happen. It doesn't matter. All you have to do is to be in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. And this is so tricky because some people are afraid of being successful because they are afraid of judgment from other people. You shouldn't care about anything else. If you want something, imagine and feel as if it's already done, and it will be done. You don't care about anything else. Just assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Just a mere assumption. Fall asleep today experiencing what you would experience if it is a fact. The fulfillment of your desire is a fact. It's a fact now. The fulfillment is here. Everything is here and now. To the right brain, everything is here and now. To the left analytical brain, you have to make sense of it. Ignore the evidence of the senses and go within and give yourself what you want to give. Give yourself all your desires and sleep as if it's already done and watch the magic happens. This is it. Now you have the key. You have the key to change your life. All you have to do is deny the evidence of the senses and go within and give yourself what you want to give. Give yourself all the things that you want. Give yourself that. You deserve what you want. So become the version of yourself. Become the concept of yourself that is actually worthy of receiving all that. Forget about all the insecurities. Forget about what your parents say, what your brothers and sisters say, what society says to you. If you want something, assume as if it is true and watch the magic happens. Alright guys, so that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe to the channel, like to reach more people, tell me down below in the comments what you want to see next. Check out the ebook in the description box, and until next video, I'll see you soon.